This is all about being the change.
Awesome. Well, you know, my life has not been always the best in the world. See, I went through some great times. I was a young boy, about, say, 8 years old. Anybody 8 in here? Okay, okay. Hey, honesty is good. At least you can admit it. But at 8 years old, I decided that I was going to be a professional skateboarder. Listen, pay attention. I'm only going to be here for a few minutes with you. I get the opportunity to speak to you guys and to maybe encourage you to say that anything is possible if you believe. See, you have to believe in yourself. So many of us don't believe in ourselves. And sometimes you need a motivational speaker like me to tell you that it is possible for you to be everything that you want to be. Who has big dreams in here? Raise your hand. Okay, amen. Put your hand down and listen. Put your hands down and listen now. You know what? I was that kid that had big dreams. Okay, when I say quiet, that means just be quiet. Quiet. When I was about 10 years old, I set out on a journey, and I set goals. I set my dreams, and I went, you know what? I'm going to be the best skateboarder in the world. And nothing was going to get in my way. I was determined. I was focused. I was not going to quit. I wasn't going to give up. And so many great skateboarders that stood beside me on the platforms of those ramps when we were 12, 13, 14 years old didn't stay the course. They quit. They gave up. They gave in. A lot like some of you at times. You'll quit. You'll give in. You won't go the extra mile. But I'm here to tell you, you need to not quit. You need to stand strong. And you need to do everything it takes to get to where you're going. That's why I set a mark. And I said, I'm going to be the best in the world. And I'm going to hit that mark. See, if you shoot it anywhere, you're going to hit anywhere. But if I aim for something, you'll most likely hit it. And so I set that goal for myself. And you guys need to set those goals for yourselves. I'm sponsored by Vans. I'm 44 years old, right? Think about this. I've been skating professionally for 30 years. 30 years I've been skating professional. And I just got back from a trip with Vans, skateboarding, signing autographs. I make a living doing it at 44 years old. How many of you would like to have that job? Okay, I'm stoked that you like it. But it doesn't matter what you want to be. Let me tell you something. See, you could want to be a doctor. You could want to be a police officer. You could want to be a fireman. Right? Or you could want to be the best athlete in any discipline that you want. But you know what? You got to look at me. Because unless you focus, unless you're determined to do that, you are going to fail. You're going to give up and you're going to give in. Compromise will come. Let me tell you, middle schoolers, John Adams middle schoolers, that you know what? Peer pressure is going to come. And you're going to be faced with the decision to make and say, you know what? Am I going to give into this that's going to eventually destroy my life? Or am I going to still aim for that goal that I have set? That I'm going to be the fashion designer, that I'm going to be an actor, that I'm going to be a journalist. Whatever it may be, it doesn't even matter. Anything. But if you compromise and give in to peer pressure, you will not hit the mark you're aiming for. See, I was that kid that said, you know what? No, I'm not going to get into a gang. No, I'm not going to do drugs. No, I'm not going to quit school. I said, you know what? I'm going to do everything that I can to reach that goal. And I said, if I've got to do whatever I got to do, I got to, make my mother happy and get good grades so that she'll take me to the skate park. What did I do? I got good grades. And you know what I got to do? Go to the skate park. And what did I eventually become? Do you see how I made that happen for myself? See, you can make that happen for yourself. You can open up doors for yourself to be blessed so that your parents will say, you know what? You want to go and you want to train. You want to do these things. You want to go to this place to study. You know what? I will take you, because you know why? Because you're investing into your future. You can't just think that your parents are going to invest into your future and you're just going to become that. See, I had to believe in myself. And a lot of you don't have somebody cheerleading on your side telling you you can do it. But you know what? You got somebody now. And guess what his name is? Christian Hosoi. And I'm championing for you. I'm a champion for the underdog. You see, I come from a broken home. I come from a family that was dysfunctional. But you know what I said? I said, I'm going to be the change. Say, I'm going to be the change. See, I wasn't looking at that and saying, you know what? I can't do it. I said, you know what? It doesn't matter what I'm facing. I'm going to be the change. And if you can't believe in yourself right now, see, I believe in you. And you got to remember that. There's somebody that believes in you. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy right now. I'm not just talking to the boys in this room. I'm talking to the girls in this room. I'm married. I have a wife. It'll be 11 years. I've got 4 children. I've got 4 children. They're 23 years old, 14 years old, and they're 5 years old and 2 years old. I have children. And so I care about kids more than you know. I want to see my kids succeed. And the only way that you're going to succeed is if you believe in yourself. See, I believed in myself. And I said to myself, you know what? If I can believe in myself, nothing is impossible. Say nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible for you guys. Okay? Nothing is impossible. If you want to be it, think about it in your head what you want to be, and don't tell anybody. Just be quiet. Think about what you want to be. Close your eyes. Think about what that is. You can be it. Open up your eyes. You can be it. You just got to be determined, focused, and you got to do what you got to do. Amen? Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And you know what? I've invented maneuvers. I have my own company. I've traveled the world 10 times over. I've been able to go and be on covers of magazines, make hundreds of millions of dollars. But you know what? Nothing gives me more pleasure than to come here and talk to you guys. And hopefully I could influence you guys to make right choices. Amen? Are you having a good time? Now listen to me. I told you about my life wasn't as always so great. There was a point in my life where I got off track in my 20s. And I ended up going down a long, hard road of drugs. 5 years of drugs. I ended up going to prison for 5 years. You may not know my story, but you could look at it online. You could go see my movie on Netflix. You could just YouTube me, whatever. But you know what? I had to face the consequences. I threw everything away because I made bad choices. I spent 5 years in prison. Okay? I've been out 7 years. I've been completely sober and clean for 12 and a half years. Come on. Come on. I'm celebrating too. 12 and a half years. Not a single drink, not a single smoke, no drugs. And now I could stand here and say, you know what? I am a good example to you guys. And I want to continue being that good example. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.